Hello YouTube and welcome back to Allie's Wonderland Creations. I am Alice Seraphin and I am a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator here in the United States in Belfair, Washington, Pacific Northwest. Go Washington, right? Yes, yes, and I do call it Hickville, USA because you drive right through my town, 2-lane road. We do have a stoplight. We have two. One when you first come into town, one when you leave town, one in front of the school, and that one only works when somebody wants to cross the road to get to the other parking lot from one of the main schools. But when I first moved here, guys, we had a four-way stop. Yeah, we had a four-way stop. So I consider this Hickville, yes. And I was thinking about this last night that I wanted to tell you this because it's after Christmas. I do believe that our Christmas parade could be in the Guinness World Book of Records for the world's shortest Christmas parade route ever, because it is literally less than a block. I am not joking, folks. It is less than a block. And I'm not kidding. It's gotten shorter since we moved here. They do not shut down Highway 3. And they can't block most of Old Belfair Highway. And they don't want to block the one four-way stop. So you get to go. Yeah, that's why this is Hickville, USA, everybody. So I do believe that smaller towns than us probably have a bigger parade route for Christmas or any other parade than our Christmas parade. Somebody in this town needs to contact Guinness because I think Belfair could hit the mark on that one. So I don't know why I was thinking of that last night, but I wanted to tell you guys that. So this is January 2025's Paper Pumpkin Alternative video number 4. I am really serious. I think Belfair could win that. Hands down. The shortest Christmas parade route ever on record. So this is video number 4. That means that we are one away from no longer showing everything in the kit. That being said, let's take a look at this kit. So this is called Hearts for You. You got to make 3 of this card, 3 of this card, and 3 of this card if you made the kit as it was directed and designed. So these envelopes have this white label made into the envelope. It's not like the last kit where it was a sticker. And they have these little tiny diagonal lines on them, but the reverse of it is solid real red. So on the back, as always, there's a QR code to lead you to a video to show you how to put the kit together as it was designed. Down here, this QR code will show you how to shop for the add-on kit called Spring is in the Air die, and it is a set of 5 dies that will coordinate with January, February, and March's Paper Pumpkin kit. Now today, I die cut a whole bunch of these. I'm going to do 2, but I did, 6 others to show you. And the coordinating colors are Flirty Flamingo, Petal Pink, Real Red, Champagne Foil. This is not going to take long at all. So this is, you have my heart, this outline heart, the solid heart, you, love, celebrate, love, you're my favorite, and this little leafy bit here. I am going to stick that back in my notebook, and I'm going to bring in the kit and we're going to look at it. This probably will take longer than anything else. So we have this Flirty Flamingo and the Champagne Gold on the heart, this laser cut heart, this heart, which is like the marble there, and this red heart. We have a real red spot. We have 4 of these little banners, 4 of these, and these adorable, adorable glittery little hearts. We have what I'm calling the white heart strips. There's a whole bunch of those. I'm not going to count them. We got 2 of these strips of glue dots, a full sheet of dimensionals. We got 3 of this card base. Now let me put these back in there for the moment. Otherwise, my stuff will get, lost. Here, you got some real red twine. Now, these little hearts are from one of the ephemera pieces. And it's from these hearts here. That's what those are from. This, I do believe this is going to be a trash bit card, guys. And these are, you know, sentiment strips here. We have this sheet of stickers. Now this has an outline sticker. I have a really hard time using stickers like this. So it has an outline heart. It's just that when you go to pull them off, careful. This one is just raised. This one has the outline and then it has the center heart, because sometimes they can distort if they're thin little stickers. And then it has the love. You get 3 loves, and then you get, I don't know how many of those. I did not count. Okay. And then we have our white card base, which has, if you look at it, I'm holding at an angle. I don't know which is the best for you guys to see it, but it has little rows of little hearts faintly. And then we have, which reminds me, even the envelope guy reminds me of a Christmas card base and envelopes we had in 2023. So it has these diagonal lines. I don't know if you can see it now that it's close up. So we are using an envelope. You can see all my bits and pieces in my goodie box here. And let's get started. So I've already cut up the envelope. Put that in there. It's good to go now. And where is my stuff? Oh, yes. Okay, so we are bringing in the Spring is in the Air die for the heart, and you can see all of the outline of the heart that's scalloped. We're not using that. We're just using this solid bit. Let me show you what we're making. Look at these. So I showed you in a video, because I thought, you know, in the picture they had these little candy lollipop hearts, and I thought maybe this was going to be, you know, a little gift thing with lollipops. It wasn't. So I bought a package. It was a lollipop bouquet at the dollar store. These were, you know, $1.25 for, you know, 8 lollipop hearts. Well, I just pulled them apart. They came, pardon me, quite easily. And I was determined I'm going to use these, right? I am not going to let this go to waste. And so I figured I will make these for my daughter's girls in her salon. This is the back, right? And if you're wondering about the DSP, this is one of those little paper packs I picked up from my Aunt Carol. And of course I picked myself up one. And there was only like 2 pieces in there. And these little hearts are from the dollar store. When I showed you the lollipops in a video, I showed you these little wooden hearts. So we're going to use 2 of these little wooden hearts. Now, if you're worried, oh my goodness, I don't have little wooden hearts. Guys, use what you have. We have an outline heart. You don't have to have these wooden hearts. If you have a heart punch, use a heart punch and use the stamp love. Okay, let me show you. You could also, do you remember that key to my heart? Maybe you have some of those lock and keys you could use in some, or if you have, these are all falling off. Maybe you have some of the ephemera from this lock and key set. Maybe you have some of these. You could put that on the front of one of these hearts, right? This I loved. I didn't care for the colors, the mango melody with the, I don't know if that was Highland Heather or Fresh Freesia, but I didn't care for that. But I loved the purple. Loved it, loved it. The locks were cute. I just didn't care for the colors of the locks. So anyways, there are lots of choices. Look here. This is January 2022's. We have an arrow. We have a heart. You could use this arrow, this sticking together, with this heart, right? And you could make your own heart. Very cute. Could do love you with it. I mean, you could do XO. So there are options. You don't have to have this piece. I'm using what I have, and I didn't exactly know what I was going to do those, but for $1.25, it was, you know, an easy idea. So I also wanted to show you, I still need to get this one on my sheet here. It doesn't have it, so I thought I would show this one more time. So because Stampin' Up! Is kind enough, they're giving us that cover sheet for our stamps. Mine is just handwritten. Guys, if I was computer tech savvy, I'd have it nicely printed up, and then on the back I would stamp it. But let me show you one more time how I do this. Now, before I was taking these individually and stamping them on there. Then I got smart. Keep them on the sheet. And remember, this is just going onto paper. It doesn't have to be a perfect image. This is from somebody who's got OCD issues. And I really do. So I'm taking my paper now and just laying it on top, giving it a rub down. Because I just want the image so that when I am rifling through my paper pumpkin box, which is just a photo box from, Michael's, Hobby Lobby, Walmart, wherever you can get a photo box, the thrift store, I find them for $1, $2. I can see the image, and I also know what paper pumpkin it is. And that's why that my book is so handy-dandy. Thank you, Leslie. Oh my gosh. That reference is just amazing. So this I am going to quickly clean off. There goes the key. Oh, let me show you. Well, the stickers are put up. I need to get the sticker box back down. Bring the sticker box back down. Because there are stickers that I have from the dollar store that have locks on them. They would be cute. I am going to bring those down for this kit. Just the sticker box is back up on the shelf and I don't want to get up. My knee, my shoulders. I know I don't say that. I'm telling all of my secrets now. I have injured both shoulders over the years. I have 2 torn rotator cuffs in my shoulders. The left is worse than the right. I never really had it fixed. I just went to physical therapy. And I use an anti-inflammatory, and do the stretches every day, and it's usually pretty good. But I've had to be off of my anti-inflammatory here now for over a week. And, every day I get up and I'm sore and I have to stretch and do this X. And I tell my husband, I said, my gosh, why are my shoulders like so excruciatingly painful and sore? My knee's killing me every night. That SI joint. He's like, well, what about the back? And I said, everywhere that nerve stimulator is supposed to do, it's good. I ain't got no complaints about that one. He's like, that's good. And I said, yeah, I know it's doing its job, but everywhere else. And then he's like, you had to stop taking one of your meds, didn't you? And I said, yeah. I said, that's it. The Mobic. I had to stop taking the Mobic. Okay. So I'm going to be stiff and sore until after the knee surgery. So this is what I've done. Thank you, Lori. So here we go. This is my envelope. This is the back of the envelope. Now, because I am not using this, now this I will keep. That one's going to get tossed. That's going to go into the container. I put all of those scallops here. This and this, I'm going to punch these with little circles. Let me show you. I have a little heart punch here because I might need it for something. So I'm going to use that in a little bit, set that aside, and then I'll throw the scraps away. So this scallop can go in the garbage, but I just wanted to show you to get, because I'm doing 2 lollipops with this. This is the front of my sucker here. So I'm using 2 with the Stampin' Up products, which is my envelope, and I only wanted to use the back. I didn't want to mess up this. This is real red. This is this. This and the envelope flap are going back into the box of goodies. But I cut this one straight on the back of the envelope, and then I removed it because I knew that I was going to sacrifice some of the scallop when I ran it through again to get the heart, and that's what I have. So this is going over here, but then this is really, really, really flimsy, and the other ones that I have are nice, thicker cardstock. So what am I going to do? Well, I happen to have a few extras in here, right? So we are just going to use these. look at there. We are going to glue these to the cardstock. Really quite simple, right? Just to make it easy on ourselves. So, woo. And this is so simple. So simple. Now I'm looking at that, and those are the dark red. There's a lighter red in there. There's also ones that you could color yourself. Let's get that moved in place. So there's one heart. Now, if you wanted, you could die cut a second heart with that marbled Flirty Flamingo paper. I did not like that, guys. I could not bring myself to do it, so I had to use something that I liked. I'm sorry. I could not bring myself to do it. This is what I'm using, right? So I'm going to show you. This one is kind of cockeyed, so we are going to stamp on one of these, but this is what I'm doing with my stamps. Now, the friend is what is missing from here, because we can just stamp it in red, right? We'll just put it in there in red when we stamp it. Here it is. There's the friend. So this is from January 2022, Hearts and Hugs. Let me show you what it looks like. There's friend right there. Hugs and Kisses. That was the set. You guys know I love using my stamps. I love using what I have purchased. We're going to keep this out because I'm going to stamp the friend in red. I'm not even going to bring the stamp in Pierce Matte. I didn't on the ones that I did. There was just no sense. So my two hearts. So there's the red. Let's see what other colors are left. That one's, see, we have this one, which is a bit lighter, which I think will work. This one doesn't have any. Oh, so we have four that have no colors. We have a light one and a dark one. We're going to do it that way. I could sit here and dye it pink with the sponge dauber, but I'm not going to. I want to tell you that Eileen's Tacky Glue works really good on this. I did use some to see if it would work, and it worked great. If you're wondering, it did work great. So I'm just sticking my heart, trying to line up the center of the heart with the center of that heart. And it dried nice and clear. This made it easy on me because it was like you could punch a heart. There's the country bouquet heart. The bee, you could have done the little beehive and the bee, and did from the Be My Valentine set. You could have done like Be Mine. There are so many things you could have done here. Let me show you that. You could have done the little bee on here and did Be Mine, You're as Sweet as Honey. There are options for you guys. So many, but I was trying to do something quick and simple because I'm trying to get quite a bit of my paper pumpkin up and going. So we have these red, but we have the gold. And now I'm thinking I would like pink, so I'm going to have to go into the box and look. Or maybe I'll just go with the red. I have cheap rhinestones on here in red, but see, it has all that pink in there, so I think it balances. So these might have to have pink. So I have one. That one's the cricket one. The love, which is less cricket. One of these is going on there. We're going to stamp. We're going to stamp now. Oh, don't you love it? One is going on there. So I have my love. Let's get a coaster out here. One for the stamps and one for the ink pad. I have 2 pieces of real red ribbon that is 12 inches. And let's get the stamps. So we're using, from the kit, we're using the heart, the leaf, the U, and the love. And the friend is from the 2022 kit. So first we stamp love. First comes love. right? Then comes marriage. Y'all know that little rhyme. Oh, thank goodness Hank never was singing that. Watch him come home singing that. I would just be like, oh, no, 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 no. Oh, I need help. I forgot. I was going to ask for you guys' help with something. And my love is a big cricket. So there's friend. Love you, friend. Like I said, I'm making these for my daughter's girls in her salon at work. I didn't want to do 2 hearts, and I wanted to keep it simple. And I think the leaf works, even though it's in the red. So that will work. This one we'll just keep for something else. The other one I don't know what to do with. I could flip it over and use it. That's it. Guys, that quick, that easy. But wait till you see what I've got to show you that is driving me bonkers. So I am going to look, since we have a minute, at what I have that's pinkish something. So let's see. Don't like that. No, no. Those might work. Those are kind of pretty. Ooh, I have... Where's my little bag of stuff that I keep on the desk that I keep trying to... These are petal pink. Oh, what about those hearts? Those are magenta. I need 3 of the same thing though, so I don't think these are going to work. Those are going to be too big. Well, yeah, that's not even in the same color family. I don't know what I was thinking. You guys are like, yes, girl, that is so not going to work. These might. Hold on. There's something else in here. Look at these. Now those will work. Pokey tool. These are right up my daughter's alley. So, back when the summer, when my fridge went out, I got a really nice fridge. Just had to wait forever for it to come in. So do I want to do it this way? Or no, we'll keep it pointed like that. So where's the other heart? That's perfect. Okay. My husband and I, because everybody loves something cold in the summertime, and anyways, nobody had ice, so I kept things as cold as I could by having these bottles that I found at a thrift store. You know me in a thrift store. It just, oh, we're going to use some on the back as well. Okay, so from a thrift store, right? And my family loved them so much that they hardly ever use the ice maker anymore, as long as they have these glass bottles. The problem being, guys, is I started out with these glass bottles, is they hold my olive oil and the cooking oil. They have these round stoppers. Can you see this? I took it off of the actual cooking oil to show you, because this fits on this stopper right here. There were red ones. There are some that actually fit like a cap over these things, and these go like this and they go close, right? So I have drinking bottles like this. I have smaller ones. I found some bottles, smaller ones, at the dollar store for $1.25. They're not really nice closing ones, but they work, and they all have these rubber little stoppers on them. Problem being is Hank chews on these like they're bubble gum. And guys, now today because, you know, he goes in there and he'll grab them, which I love them because, number one, I stick them face down like this. The littler bottles, they go face down in the silverware catching spot. And this one sits in the cupboard because I can't put it in the fridge because it'll leak if it gets tipped over. So anyways, I put them in the dishwasher without checking to see if those little rubber thingies are on them. And I was down to 2 because the other 4 or 5 are in the cupboard without the rubber stoppers. And I don't know what to look for. I have looked on Amazon. I can't figure out what they're called. And bless Jess's heart, her brother was home for Christmas and he's like, I bet I can go to the lab at the college and see if they know what they're at. But he's in Pullman on the other side of the state. And I know I won't see him for like 6 more months. And it's like, so does anybody know the name of these so I can look them up and find, I want to buy like tons of them. And you know, I can't really be angry at Hank. He's always got his hands in something, and you know, he'll sit there, and I love the fact that he easily accesses these. It keeps cups and stuff out of his room. They don't spill. But oh my giddy heart, guys, I was down to 2 and I'm down to 0 now. The bottles are clean and I lifted them up and I realized they're gone. The last 2 rubber little thingies are gone. And my husband was like, are you sure they're not in the dishwasher? I said, honey, I put them face, down in the little, space for the silverware. And it's the best thing ever. Nothing ever comes out of there. And I checked the dishwasher to see if possibly they floated up out of there, but they didn't. And Hank has no clue where they're at. He knows what he does, And it's always, I'm so sorry, Monty, but I don't know what I did with them. And it's like, do you eat them, child? Is what I want to ask him sometimes. Do you eat them? And no, he doesn't eat them. I was putting them here. One of them, I'm going to have to take that red one off to make it match. But he just doesn't, bless his heart, he just cannot. You can say it's his OCD thing. It's like those fidget things. The kid fidgets with anything and everything he can. And, my daughter's like, Mom, when I get paid, I can go to the dollar store and pick up some more bottles. And I told her, no more bottles. I said, honey, because I'm getting bottles that I'm storing now because I don't have the little stopper thingies and I don't want no more bottles. I ain't got room to store any more bottles. I want the little rubber stoppers on them. Okay, so that's what I need help with. Oh, and I forgot to stamp. Let's see. I'm going to huff on it if I find the right one. And just put friend. Now we all know which one that is. Let's put that over here. So how do I put these on my suckers? Well, this was another interesting find of mine. Where's my knicker sheets? So, and I want to show you. Guys, I was out here for 2.5 hours. That's not an exaggeration. 2.5 hours trying to figure out what I was doing with this for this video. I found this. This is that really cheap, it's not even a full 1/4 of an inch thin ribbon. I went into my daughter's bathroom and in her little dog box of ribbons for making bows for her dogs, I found this really thin little red ribbon. I nailed it. I grabbed it. I was like, yes, that's it. So I grabbed it. And I have cut pieces that are 12 inches long. These guys, you could use dimensionals, you could use tear tech, but these have, do you see how thin that is? I have had this when I was looking for stuff to see what I was going to do. I was like, oh, what is this? When I opened it, I was like, oh, those are the mega big glue dots. And that's what they are. Stampin' Up! Used to have big, thick, cushiony glue dots on a roll like they do their little glue dots. They don't sell those anymore, but they were for like 3D projects. So these are from back in the day of scrapbooking. and I'm using them. I know I bought them online somewhere because they have this little code on the package, so they had to come from online. But guys, it's been eons. So I don't know where they came from. There's no site or anything, but they were purchased online, and this is all I have left, so that's it. So that being said, they're just like a tear tape. You just rub over it, and I chose not to do with a bone folder, and some of them, guys, would not take the backing off. They are so old, but this one will. Just got to get it started. All right, there's one. So I did, the back is flat, so I did the back first. Oops. And then I did the front. Trying to line it up. Lickety split, there's me a sucker cover. And that's what I'm calling it, a sucker cover. So here's the other one. The pokey tool started to lift up the sticky stuff. It was getting caught on it because it is a little thicker, so I had to not use that. So once again, I'm going to stick it on the back and then the front. Now, for these, I decided to try something. Is I used a little glue dot. You can do this front or back, and I stuck it on the stick part just so it's going to help grip the ribbon and hold it in place when I tie it. Oops, if I get it on there. You could do it at the back. I've done them back and front. Just make sure when you pull it, you get it on the glue dot, and then it's easy going. Then I don't got to worry about it moving or anything. So there's one. Let's do it one more time. And guys, this is going to be it. These are my sucker covers. Of course, you know, depending on the size of your suckers. But I got 8 suckers for $1.25. Not bad. And it might help if you actually have a glue dot on the backing. So there it is now. And they were different sizes because they were called, you know, a sucker bouquet or lollipop bouquet. Anyways, sweet, simple, quick and easy. And my daughter can take them into her girls for Valentine's Day. I'm just going to leave them in the mason jar for now, but let me show you. So there's this one. Same thing on the back. This one has a longer stem. This one is a little off. No, there's no pulling it. If you don't get it on there with those glue dots, there's that one. That one's the same. This one. So there they are. My sucker covers with my lollipops. And I just stuck them in the mason jar, and I'm going to take them in the house. And please, if anybody knows what these little round things are. I mean, they look like a washer, right? But I really don't want to go to the hardware store. I mean, I guess I could, but I'd like ones that are for canning or for, I mean, I know they're some kind of a washer, but I'd like food grade ones, not mechanic ones. Does that make sense? I mean, maybe there's no difference, but I'd like to know. So this one's got to go back in the house and get back onto the cooking oil. And, you know, bless his little heart, he just... and when he's, 20, 25 years old, and when I buy him a package of those, when I figure out what they are... and he starts laughing, or he says, "Why did you do this?" I'm going to say, "Because when you were 11 years old, you drove me crazy chewing on my whatever they're called." So anyways, thanks for watching, everybody. I hope you liked my little, what I did with the suckers. I really did think this kit was going to have these little lollipops and stuff in them, and it didn't. So I had to use what I bought, and this is what I came up with, and I think it's still a cute little alternative for a paper pumpkin. I still have one thing else I bought for paper pumpkin, and I'm going to come up with a cute little cover, probably a little card. I bought this at the same time, the strawberries and cream little Tic Tacs. I don't want it to be too, like, over the top, because I thought Hank could take it into his teacher. So I'll have to see what I can come up with for this, because I thought that would be kind of cute for Valentine's Day. So thanks for watching, everybody, and please come back and visit me in my wonderland. Bye bye for now, everybody.